across 4 or 5 colors.
Well, it looks like Eaton will be on the play. He'll start with a Smoldering Marsh, and we are underway here in round number 8. Majors with just the plains. There's a Lightning Berserker, and it looks like Cameron has kept a 1-lander here. He is on 6. Majors is on 5, so both of them have given the Vancouver Mulligan rule a try. Majors with a Forest. And now a Hangerback Walker. So that'll come in with a counter. Well, we'll see what Eaton's got to do outside of that Lightning Berserker. It'll be a Wild Slash. Take care of that. Thoughts will be left behind. And no attacks here from Eaton, of course.
I don't know if that's enough course.
I would be surprised if he's got some interest in getting in there.
What? That might be his last chance to trade with a card. See how this plays out.
Fair enough.
He might be wishing he'd taken that trade a couple turns from now.
There's a morph there from Majors. And Eaton just has to pass the turn back yet again. Wingmate Rock the draw here for Michael. Whew. He'll unmorph Den Protector. Get himself a land there. Wooded Foothills back in the grip. That can search up a Canopy Vista, which will help fix his mana. There is the Wooded Foothills. There's the Vista. We'll see what the follow-up is here for Michael, assuming he has one. The follow-up is a Warden of the First Tree. Not a bad follow-up at all.
Pretty good turn here.
Yeah.
Playing towards Wingmate Rock in hand.
Did Eaton draw a second land? It doesn't feel like the answer is yes. But blighted land there for Majors. Kind of a one of. There's a Forerunner of Slaughter. The Blighted Step. Kind of a, it's a Congregate kind of that's hanging out there.
Free.
Yeah, Michael Finn. not entirely. Might feel that way
Compared to
sometimes.
Congregate, it's free.
That's true. That's true. There's the Forerunner of Slaughter, 3/2 Devoid. Target colorless creature gains haste until end of turn. Kind of a curve filler in this deck more than anything.
It's also just a fine turn 2 play.
Yeah. Major Sacrifice, Windswept Teeth, another copy of Canopy Vista.
And as I mentioned, that Lightning Berserker is not getting to trade with anything.
You did say that.
I would have sent in that attack.
Trade with that Doppler token?
Would have been something. You know?
Better than what it's doing right now.
Right.
Wingmate Rock with a 3/4 joining it.
Can't be too picky sometimes.
Well, you've always been about picking your spots.
Yeah.
You know, Spellskite, just concede. Just get out of here.
I'm done.
Yep. Forerunner going to come in.
You can't take it with you.
That's very true. Majors, no interest in blocking. He's got a lot of life to work with.
Plus a land that will gain 10 at a moment's notice.
Yeah. Not surprising to see him take that damage. Also, he's got all these creatures out here with Wingmate Rock, so everybody come in. Wingmate Rock will trigger. I'm actually a pretty big fan of the Blighted Cycle.
They wanted to, I'm pretty sure R&D wanted to at least have some incentives there to play 1 or 2 color decks. The lands are all, I think they're all reasonable constructed level cards.
Yeah.
It's just a question of whether or not the mana is going to support it.
Looks like the Berserker might be trading. Here's Draconic Roar. Gonna go after Den Protector. Looks like, okay, there's a Dragon Reveal and Kolagon.
I don't think he's getting to trade here. I think Majors is going to pump. Had a shot.
Yep, you're right. You win again.
Flew too close to the sun.
He did. Yeah, that's how I would describe this. That's an accurate representation of what's going on here. Majors may activate Warden again.
Life gain deck.
And he will. So now lifelink and trample on the Warden. Warden is one of those cards, you know, from the old format where it's not like it didn't see any play. Boswell with Abzan aggro loves this card, but you know, again, with so much focus on the new cards and what Abzan's looking like, you can't forget that this card's really good.
Absolutely. Especially if people are playing with fewer lands that are coming into play tapped. They're trying to play untapped lands more frequently on the first turn. Warden gets a lot better. I think the other Abzan mana bases with all the, you know, Sandstep Citadels and all the temples, it was hard to put 1-drops in the deck. But with the mana bases reshaped, might be a lot more reliable.
Michael Majors does win game number 1 here over Cameron Eaton. Green-White Megamorph up a game over Grixis Aggros. Now we're going to get ready here for game number 2, which means we'll take a look at Cameron's sideboard. He's got another copy of Treasure Cruise, now post-siege, 3 self-inflicted wounds, a Boiling Earth, an Act of Treason, a Virulent Plague, 2 Duresses, a Kolaghan's Command, a Ruinous Path, an Ob Nixilis Reignited, and 2 copies of Scab Clan Berserker.
I think you can bring in the Ob Nixilis in this matchup. I also think that you can bring in the 3 copies of Self-Inflicted Wound. I don't think he can afford to become too controlling of a deck here, but more removal spells, Ruinous Path, and Ob Nixilis, Self-Inflicted Wound, and I think that's about as good as he can do.
On the other side of things, what do you see for Majors?
2 Silk Wrap, 3 Irration Cleric, 2 Whisperwood Elemental, 3 Evolutionary Relief, Mastery of the Unseen, a Radiant Purge, a Valorous Dance, 2 Tragic Arrogance. Easiest cards to bring in here are the 2 copies of Silk Wrap and the Radiant Purge. Beyond that, you know, Cameron kind of had the appearance of a deck that would be vulnerable to a Irration Cleric, but you can never be totally sure. It might be low impact against some of Cameron's draws. And Whisperwood Elemental, it's the same problem, but in the other direction. Eaton's deck looks like it might be fast enough to overpower Whisperwood Elemental, but I think both Whisperwood and Irration Cleric are justifiable cards to bring in on Major side of the table, depending on what he thinks Cameron's exactly up to.
Well, these players will shuffle up here for game number 2. Cameron will be on the play. Let's hope he can draw some more lands and really see what his deck is up to, because it does look pretty cool. He's off to a great start here at 6-1 this weekend. But Grand Prix Atlanta is a tournament we're going to turn our attention to right now, November 13th through the 15th. It'll be a Battle for Zendikar sealed main event and also a celebration of the Commander format.
Absolutely. We're going to have a lot of the community pillars, people who create some of the Commander videos for Star City Games. They're going to be in attendance all weekend long for seminars, conversations, meet and greets, and so forth, plus 3 full days of Battle for Zendikar sealed action in downtown Atlanta. StarCityGames.com/GP Atlanta for more information. GP Atlanta hashtag already up and running. Join the conversation there.
Michael Majors, an Atlanta native.
Yes.
So we'll see him there, I'm sure. And of course, we'll see Stephen Green, Wes Wise, Jonathan Suarez, and Justin Parnell, the Commander Versus crew, along with former Commander Versus member Danny West will be there.
Yes.
Sheldon Menery, the godfather of Commander, along with MJ Scott, Benny Smith. John Avon will be the guest of honor. All the details, StarCityGames.com/GP Atlanta. You and I will be there for a meet and greet and do some coverage. Gonna be a lot of fun.
A meet. Greeting optional.
Greeting optional, yeah.
To be determined.
Yeah. If you want to greet, that's fine. If you don't,
Also fine. It's okay.
yeah.
You just want to awkwardly shuffle up, dump some cards on my lap to sign, and be on your way. No, nothing out of your mouth, no eye contact. That's fine. Don't feel weird about it.
All right. So that's what you're flexible.
Right.
Gotta like that.
It's your time, you know? I'm there regardless, so it's basically your time.
You're priced in.
Right, I'm already there,
Yep.
so however you need to handle it is just fine. No more social interaction than you desire. I assure you, my feelings will not be hurt.
I'm not hoping that someone comes up, doesn't say a word,
Right.
just doesn't even ask your side amount, just puts them out in front of you. No words. You
Sure.
know what to do, picks it up, walks away.
We both know why we're here.
Yep.
You're here because you have to be, and I'm here because I would like this mountain signed.
Yep.
And we don't even need to exchange any words.
It's a thing of beauty. You'll put that, whatever you call that signature.
Sorry, have to be is probably too strong a phrasing. I'm here because I'm here. It's self-evidently true. You know what I mean.
Do I? Do I? Right
You
now.
know what I mean.
Do I? Both players going to keep 7 this go around. A Mountain, a Zergo. Much better start here for Cameron.
Well, I don't know. He got a land last time.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling it's a second one this game. I just have an inkling. There it is.
Okay. I stand corrected.
What if-
Eaton off to a better start.
What at Foothills? A second Mountain. Let's see what's next. Draconic Roar revealing a dragon. I was going to say Searing Blaze, but that's not a thing.
Close enough.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it. Here comes Zergo now. So not a bad start. Majors with a Hangerback Walker. That thing's always up to no good. The mismatch lands, though. Ugh. Michael, come on.
I know.
This is a pretty good start. Heel cutter, no blocks allowed.
Very good opening. When we know he has Thunderbreak Region on his top end as well.
Yeah. Main deck copies of Goblin Heel Cutter here this weekend for Cameron Eaton. He's got 2. Majors with the Death Mist Raptor to try to stabilize the ground, but that's when Eaton decides to go to the skies if he's got a 4th land, and he does there in Wooded Foothills. I like getting that region on the battlefield right now. A little bit different than the first game.
Yeah, this is looking a little different.
Yeah.
Not that Majors is done by any stretch.
No,
Just
not at all.
he's on the play, he's got his curve, he's making his land drops. This is what he signed up for.
There's Thunderbreak Regent. Majors will untap. He'll draw. Found a Flooded Strand. Michael's deck a little weak against flyers. You know, his is the kind of deck that's not great against a card like Mantis Rider, for example.
Yeah, he's got Hangerback Walker, and with some finagling, he can break that open. He's got Hidden Dragon Slayer, which answers a fair number of them. Wingmate Rock, Valorous Stance. He's got some answers, but it's not clean. He does not have any card in your deck in the deck list here that you would point at as being an easy answer to flyers.
Death Mist Raptor into the red zone. Eaton took that 3. He's down to 15. Major's trying to figure out what to do next. Gonna sacrifice a Flooded Strand. Canopy Vista, the weapon of choice.
And I wonder if Thunderbreak Region could be a card that shows up more often now, because it is good against Gideon.
Yeah?
Comes into play with 4 loyalty, so kills it on curve. The 2/2 tokens do nothing to defend Gideon. It's not like Thunderbreak Region was a bad card to begin with.
Well, here is Gideon. It'll make an ally. Eaton will draw.
And if I'm Eaton here, I don't think I'm attacking Gideon.
I think you're safe to ignore. This is what you're talking about, though, where Thunderbreak Region lines up so well against it.
It's true. With the second Thunderbreak Region, this is a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think that Majors might have been trying to play the Gideon for that one turn, hope that Eaton attacks it, get to Hidden Dragon Slayer, stabilize, move on. Second Thunderbreak Region makes this very hard.
It does indeed. Here come the attackers. 5 damage to be dealt. Eaton going to go down to 10, it appears. Hangerback Walker not playing a huge role this game. There's a Forest. A Roshan Cleric. Bring Majors up to 12. A Morph, which I believe is a Den Protector, will be how Majors finishes his turn. Eaton will draw.
And this is the problematic thing that I felt like Majors might run into in the post-board games. It was not clear, based on what you saw in Game 1, if a Roshan Cleric was going to be very good or ineffectual against Cameron's threats. This game, ineffectual. Battles in the air. And Majors is all on the ground.
Heel Cutter is going to be dashed here. Hangerback Walker not allowed to block. There is the potential here for Cameron to die on the attack back.
I mean, I think even just a Gideon and an Emblem may be enough.
Yeah, because that Zergo is not really much of a blocker. So he got mighty aggressive here, but at what cost? Major's going to quickly untap. He'll draw.
I think that Majors just needs a point.
If he's able to unmorph, if that's a Den Protector, he's able to unmorph that, get back Gideon, that's probably it.
He needs to be able to cast it too.
Yep. Going to target Gideon. There's a land. Here's Gideon, make an emblem, attack you for what looks to be lethal. Looks like Eaton got way too aggressive on that last turn because it was never going to be a lethal attack anyway. Even if Majors took it all, he would have fallen to 1.
Right.
So I think that Eaton was supposed to probably hang back with a Thunderbreak Region or something. Instead, far too aggressive, and Major's able to kill him, and that'll make him move on to 7-1 here.
Yeah, a couple different routes there for Eaton. He could have just ignored Gideon and try to end the game with Thunderbreak Region. And I think on that last turn, he's probably better served just attack Majors with your flyers, play Heel Cutter on defense and say go.
Yeah.
Just keep yourself alive for one more turn, and then the Thunderbreak Regions finish off the game the following turn, but pushed but short of lethal, and Major is able to crack back for the win.
Michael Majors does win this match here over Cameron Eaton, 2-0. Grant Megamorph moves on to 7-1. Majors already a lock for day 2, but now certainly a lock and in prime position to be one of, I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th place coming into day 2.
And Eaton's going to be a player that we're going to be seeing in second day as well.